Hey guys, it's Adventure. Welcome back to the channel. We're back at Weaverville here as we take a cub for an adventure. No, not just any cub. This is the new version of a legend. A Bush League legend, if you will. This is the Cub Crafters XCub Extreme, and this started off years ago when FS 2020 was kind of really brand new. Bush League Legends released this with Carbon Prop doing a lot of the coding for it in the engine and flight modelling, while Easy Rider has taken this project onwards with them and with others, including people like Burke of the 206, including people like our wonderful designer of the 172 projects in there as well. That was, I believe, we have Burstix as well. We have Bagloo of the 172 projects. We have Super Tom, Airpack of Texture Fame, and a lot of others as well. Scopes in there too. Carbon Prop on the engine. So a big group of people involved in this, including many more apparently. But this is a free project. I'll link you to where you can get it. And this thing is sick. This is not just any cub. Nor is it just an enhancement of a default one. Well, in a way it kind of is, but things work on this one. Doors, windows, options. Soda? You want something else? We can get something else. Let's have an EFB down here. Oh, look at this. Cargo doors can be opened. Luggage can be put outside. We could change out this for a modern system. We could even change the drink for, I believe, a beer as well, under some settings. Put a bag on the back seat. Change the dash colour as well. Tons of options. Oh, and did I mention it's free? Yes. See here? Got those tyres. Got the cargo pod down there. We've got our junk outside. Everything we want anywhere we want it. And she's mean too. Big slats on that one as well, in fact. Huge leading edge slats and flaps as well. Plenty of power. Put the flaps all the way down here. Look at the size of those things. Those are not just barn doors. They are the whole barn. That's full drag. This thing's going to be a beast to fly. Speaking of which, let's do it, shall we? So let's pull our bag inside, our luggage, our cargo doors. Okay, everything else is good there, so we'll switch those down. Battery on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure this is set to where we want it to be. Let's make sure our mixture's in. Okay, let's clear that. Clear prop. Okay, we're good to go there, so everything else turned on for us today. Got a transponder down here. Okay. Wunderbar. Everything is good there. And we'll leave the windows open because windows open are fun in aeroplanes. Close the bottom half of the door though. Always a good idea. We're here, like I said, we're going to test out some of these other ones. The same two airports from Orbex. Up and down here. Why? Because it's fun. And we've got some really gnarly little short strips that should be great fun in an aeroplane like this. Switch my noggin on. Right, let's get ourselves turned around here. There we go. Taxi down here. Not that we couldn't go over the grass with tyres this size. But you know what? It's a great freeware plane. And it's the sort of thing that you guys need to know about and be able to play with. Because it greatly enhances your flight sim experience without spending a dime. And like so many of the freeware releases recently, honestly, way better than some payware planes. Now, just for the sake of this, watch this. Okay, got full power here. Tail stand, take off, and pop, and oh, we're up. There we go. Nice and easy. Pull that flaps in. A little bit of power out here. Still acquiring our satellite locations there. Okay, and we're up. Now we're stopping a couple of the ones we did in the 206, which should be significantly more successful in this aeroplane. So fear not. There's the truck crash down there. Meaning our first stop is just over here on the left. Alright, even. I know directions, I promise. I'm still jet lagged, so you'll forgive me. I'm a little bit crazy right now. And this thing is quick too. Very quick for a cub. Let's get the nose down there. There's our strip behind the what looks to be a high school. Let's see it, so we'll do a quick 270 to our left here and set it for an approach. Let's get this turned around as well so it's reading the location we want it to be. Okay, pull that back there. Put a notch or two in here. So our landing with this one should be a very easy first turn. Losing a lot of speed there. There's the strip. We'll just slip a doodle in, down like this, lose some altitude real quick. Now this one's about 500 feet, so it shouldn't be even a test for the Super Cub. There we go. Now we're on 2 notches of flaps, which is right now a decently large amount. A little bit of a stall horn there, yelling at us. More power. A little bit shallow for this, but more than plenty. We're holding it around 40 knots. We should be grand here. Not going to give it any more flaps, I don't think it needs to be more dramatic. Probably a little quick. There we go. Flaps it up and we're stopped in no time whatsoever. Nice and easy. Oh, it turned around. We've got a couple of stops to make today, so we want to get out of here nice and quickish. We will do a standard takeoff for this one though. No need to use the road. There we go. And away we go. 1 notch. Tails up. Speed is good. And pop. That was just a regular old takeoff and no drama whatsoever. That's the course you can use with the ATV, by the way. Of course, the rather awesome one from Got Friends. Right, so those flaps are in. We'll get ourselves turned on course here for the ridge above this, the one where we definitely, definitely safely landed a 206. Well, that should be different this time round. This should be much easier. And it should be just above us there. So, I believe it's going to be up here. Right above us. Nice and easy. We'll get the climbing done. Power back here. You don't want to go too extreme with the aircraft, but you can handle it. Right. So it's up there, I think. So we turn onto our active leg there. You can see it just out the window corner. I believe is the right one we're looking for. Oh no, might be slightly above us. Yes, it is. So this thing is a monster. When I talk about it having a pretty potent little engine in it. This aircraft is, of course, a 215 horsepower, 391 cubic inch fuel injected engine, which for a Super Cub is a lot of power. A huge amount of power. Of course, the high performance gear on this thing, we've got the slats, we've got flaps. This is equipped with basically everything you want for activity in the bush. And don't forget the fuel pod / cargo pod down there too, under her belly. 6 liveries, the option for the Garmin area down there, or a better system if you want to use the 530. This is a bush monster. Like, this will do pretty much anything you want it to, and this is not exactly unrealistic for a Cub. And I gotta say, I like the classic yellow. See me, it's, to me, iconic. Alright, our ridge should be up there. Give it a bit of juice here. Let ourselves climb. We are coming through 4,000 feet here, so it's not super low, but it's not high up either. We definitely don't need an autopilot yet. That will be our approach point up there, so I'm going to have to circle around and get higher. Not too problematic, but will be worth doing a bit of a circle around just to get positioned for this. This is definitely the kind of plane that should be landing here, by the way. 206, probably not. But hey, Life is all about trying, is it not? Let's get round here. The ability resistant to climb, especially with right now the updraft I'm catching, is a bit of an express train. So we'll come out around here to our left, circle back round, and should be in a good spot. Did wish the engine sounds a little bit louder with the windows open. But they're not. Which is both good and bad. It means I like flying with it open, but don't have to worry about it being super loud. But it would have been nice. And again, it's free. It's hard to really gripe about things like that. Right, power back here. Nose down. Let's work out where we're going, shall we? That's us there. Okay. Let's make this approach and see if it sticks. Right. So that's 3 notches down. That's full bag on the flaps. Absolutely dropping like a rock here. I might need less, actually. In fact, I'll take one out. I have the runway start in sight there. Let's lose some of the speed, shall we? If being uphill, we should need to carry some throttle to keep us going. So we'll apply it as soon as we touch down. There's the runway in sight, perfectly. Okay, power's out. Let's drop down a touch, shall we? Whoop, come on, girl. Let's behave ourselves. Plummeting out of the sky like a rock. Of course, I'll link to the aircraft and the scenery in the description as always. We need more power now because we're dropping below. I'm going to float past that curve at the bottom of the runway and hit the slope because we've got more than enough space and time for this. Ugh. Ugh. Yes, I landed sideways onto the runway. Power, power, power. Come on. I kind of flew onto the runway sideways there, which is not the way it's meant to be done. I was too low, then I was off to the side, and I kind of swished it sideways and got us in position, so it'll do. It'll do. Spin around here. Get ourselves to the edge. Brake here very carefully. I like the quiet, don't you? I absolutely love the quiet. It's one of my favourite times to fly an aeroplane. It's a great time to fly an aeroplane with quiet. How's about we go flying though? Don't you? Whoopsie daisy. Ugh, there's a rock. That's a rock. That's a rock. That's a... This was going to be so cool. It was going to be amazingly cool. That's a tree. I'm so dead. Now, as I said, we're going to do this properly. I didn't say I'd do it with the engine on. We're just going to try and do it without as much explosions. That edge seems a little bit more appropriate for us to get off the cliff. That's better. Yeah, there we go. Whee! And we're away. Now, let's turn the mags off a second. Put the fuel on. And if I turn the mags on, it doesn't start, but I can just go. There we go. And we're away. No problems whatsoever. I told you I'd do it properly, not with the engine running. You've got to breathe into nuance. If I can't do the stupid things, I'm not going to fly. Because stupid's fun. Even if we do screw up repeatedly and frequently, it is always about enjoying ourselves. And if you can't enjoy yourself, go fly an airliner. Honestly, those guys seem to spend most of their time working. Even in the sim. Program this, track that, keep track of where I'm doing here. No time to look out the window. And they're always so high up. How can you enjoy the scenery there? No idea. Okay, so it's 3.5 minutes to cross to our next spot, which should be Limestone Ridge, before we head down to our next set of airports. These should all be considerably easier, I believe. It's always going to be relative, isn't it? No, I considered taking us into some of the parallel 42 strips, but they're all quite close together. These ones, well, they offer the opportunity for redemption. Even if it is very, very backwards redemption. I'm good at that. Well, we are back here approaching Limestone Ridge. Should be nice and simple for us. No problemo. If we could find out where it is, that is. I suspect it's not too far in front of us. But it's on one of these above here. And it's the Hayfork scenery we're heading down to next. We've done Weaverville and Weaver Valley, then it's Hayfork Valley, and then Hayfork itself. It should be a nice gentle touchdown there. But first we have to find Limestone Ridge, which is down there to our left, I think, along the ridge line. Maybe. But we'll spot it. It's a really cool trail to drive along the top of these mountains, don't you think? Would be another good one for the Juice Goose. Try to race along this stuff and not fall off. Right. Should be coming up on our left now. Could be this here. Actually, it is. It's right there in front of us. On the edge of the cliff. You see it? Right there. Yes, that's a runway. I think it's what I looked at when I was in the Huey, Taug's Huey, but didn't obviously land. Should we do this? It's like 300 feet. This should be easy, right? Let's do it. Prop full fine, power back. We shall turn around and make it in here, no problemo. And we come. Let's get the nose down again. Now we're getting a bit of altitude. There we go. Okay, that's 2 out. Probably about as much as I want to use right now. The 3 feels like an air brake rather than an actual landing mechanism. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit quick. Might need that air brake actually after all. Full air brake out. Let's pop the nose up, shall we? I'm dead. I don't cut these out. You get exactly what I do. So we didn't make the first one. It happens. We'll try it a second time though, right? Probably a little bit less flap for this run. And no shenanigans, just a nice simple run in here. So we'll kick around, drop it down into a bit of a slip, hold the nose a little bit more. Okay, we're looking okay there, so I'll keep it straight on. A little fast, so we'll go to the full bite on the flaps. Okay. No heroics, just normal flying. Normal flying, no heroics. A little bit of drift to the right. A little bit of... well, plenty of speed there. Okay, should be good. Bit of engine to round out the nose. Oh god, even more dead. Harder than it looks. Well, take 3. We might actually not make it into here at all. Time to apply full shenanigans. Because if half shenanigans didn't work, no shenanigans didn't work, we will apply full and see what occurs. Okay. twist around a little bit here. I think it's just intimidating because it's so short and so steep. I'm not expecting it to be like this. Mother! We're going again. We're going to do this. I don't care. You've seen this already. That's fine. We are going to make it work. And I will see us land there. I can't do it. I can't walk away from a landing that I can't do. So you guys will have to just be patient here. Because I'm going to make this thing stick. 2 notches. Power's good. Hold the nose. Looking for my touchdown point further up the runway. A little more power now. It's bumpy and it's unpleasant, but it's a landing. It is a better landing. It's not perfect. But I didn't strike a wing as far as I know. And I'm in one piece. I probably murderized the landing gear, but I'll take it. It is better than nothing, and it counts. I wasn't willing to put this one down until we'd done it. So over to Hayfork Valley now. Should be nice and easy there. Or considerably easier than we just had it. Two minutes away here, 3.2 miles. I haven't flown this plane before today, just for the record. So I'm kind of feeling its vibe as we work together. Now, it's a Super Cub, they're often very similar, but there's a little bit of nuance. Would I be doing this kind of flying in real life? Not a chance. But in the sim, I get to live as long as I like. And I don't die quite as easily. So that's a bonus. It does mean I can be brave and try stupid things like that. Not sure, just wasn't quite feeling the wing. We got there in the end. It was messy, but it was something. I like to leave those failures in these videos because, you know what? You guys don't want me to be perfect. Because I'm not. Getting better at bush flying, or any kind of short field stuff, soft field stuff, it takes practice, it takes time. In the sim, we have the opportunity to live and do that. But, obviously in real life, not quite as easy. So that's where caution will come in. Recce passes, checking things out, looking for the way out if you have to abort. I should have aborted in a couple of those attempts, but it's a simulator and I was going to try it anyway. I don't think it makes me any worse a pilot. Doesn't make me better either. It's just how I am. Okay. It should be around here. The fire tower's there somewhere. There's the fire tower. Where's the runway? I think this is the heliport one, where there actually isn't a runway. But that's not going to stop us, is it? We've got a big straight run in there. And there's a big straight bit to the left there. That feels more than doable. I need to prove my bush chops to you again, so I need to repair my battered ego after the Limestone Ridge. So we're going to do just that. Alright, let's bring the power down. Drop in here a little bit. Let's lose some speed. That's where we need to approach to, so we'll hold that nose up. 2 notches flaps, keep the nose down. There's the ridgeline. Okay. Now just for the sake of my eyesight, I'm going to come in sideways. Just so I can tell what I'm doing here. Just give you the slight disadvantage that sometimes you kick out and you're not quite sure where you're facing. But it does generally work. So, power on. Pull this thing up by its nostrils. Got my approach in sight. It's in the Limburg on the right hand side there. It's going to be a little tighter than I perhaps thought, but we'll see what happens. Hold the nose. That's it. Ooh. Ha! Okay. That was not ideal. But I think we survived, just. Let's pull it around here. That was curving more than I expected it to from the air. From the air it looked a little straighter. It's curved, but not that curved. Right. One more crack at this. There we are. Full Angie mode. Okay, let's get the nose up here. Okay, power on. Okay. This thing's basically a helicopter now. Hold this thing on the stall. It tends to roll over a wing. Yeah, this bites me when I try to go for a high alpha approach. It really does bite. That side there may look straighter. It does. Quickly get around on this ridge and we'll put her in. Okay, bring her around. Nose down. I hope at least crashing aside and your general mirth on the subject, you're at least learning something from this. A, how not to do it, and B, what my approach to this is mentally when I'm thinking about some of these. Because there is some logic to what I'm applying, it's just not necessarily always very visible. Okay. Yes, calm down. Don't get too slow, otherwise it yells at me. Okay, let's hold the nose. Beautiful. I dropped its side onto the little strip here. Get these up so they're not in the way. There we go. We'll just use the driving trail. It's much easier than the what I considered might be a landing opportunity. Come on, power up here. Hey, Fork Valley, look out. There we go. And we're up. Hayfork itself would be far too easy to make an approach there. This is like a good spot today for my calm, my shocked and shattered nerves. So we'll park her up here tonight. Oh, hello. Put the parking brake on here. You've all seen more than enough terrifying flying. Now, I never pretend to be perfect, and I'm not. And I'm okay with that. But it's trying stuff like this that makes me a better pilot. It's trying to work out how to make an approach into this, which looks straighter from the air. And it would have been if I'd come in from like here and hit it like this, it could have been. And there's technically this here. Okay, no, there's this here with the cones. So this is technically runway across the top here. Ah, that would have been much better approach direction. Look at this, straight in there. Boom. Didn't even see that. And that's technically runway. Everyone saw it. And it was me landing on that trail with its kooky ass angle. Or on the road here. When perfectly relatively straight bit here would have been perfectly usable. You live and learn, don't you? But I will say, this Cub is absolutely worth getting. It is fun. It's like a dirt bike for Flight Sim. Not that there probably isn't already a dirt bike in Flight Sim. Go download it, go play, have fun. Remember, fly anywhere you want. Just don't fly like me. Or you'll have a big headache. Bye!